Hi guys, welcome back. As you can see, we are home. We are back on terra firma, sadly. Yeah, our lovely cruise is over. Our week's holiday is done and dusted, and it feels like a century ago that we were actually there now. You just slot back into the old routine, and it feels like you've not been anywhere. I have been editing the vlogs and posting them, so I'm hoping that you are enjoying them. Thank you so much to all of you that have watched and subscribed. You have helped me hit my 1,000 target, subscriber target. So thank you for that. I much appreciate it. It's took me a year to get to 1,000, so it's definitely a milestone. So thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. It would help a lot. But yeah, anyway, aside from that, I hope you've enjoyed the vlogs so far. I just wanted to pop on and kind of round up this entire series really and say thank you. So yeah, the Ventura is one of the older ships in the fleet. Don't let that put you off. It's a beautiful ship. It is so beautiful. It is very traditional in feel, I think. I love the smaller ship feel. I love the traditional style. I love all the woods. The atrium is beautiful. It's kind of exactly what I envisage when I think of a cruise ship. I think I've said this somewhere else in one of the other vlogs that it gives me that like Titanic vibes in the best possible sense, not the sinking ship side. But you know, the decor, it's all the wood and the traditional ship decor. I love that, and you very much get that from Ventura. And even though it's an old ship feel, there's still plenty of things about it that feel modern. Yeah, we can't fault any of it. All the restaurants that we went to were lovely, and especially the glass house. We had one evening in the glass house where we it's one of the speciality restaurants, so you do pay a little bit extra, but I mean it was extremely inexpensive, and for the meal that we got, like, it literally blew us away. It was so good for what we paid. So definitely recommend that. If you do go on Ventura, have a little look at the glass house. It's a beautiful bar restaurant anyway, so it's nice to even just have a drink in. But yeah, the menu was delicious and, as I say, really inexpensive. That was one of our favourite nights, actually, one of our favourite meals. But yeah, we enjoyed everything. Breakfast, our 3-course dinners in the evening, the midnight buffet, which we did eventually get to. We were always just so full. We planned on going to the midnight buffet all the time, and we never went because we were just, or we did go, but we just grabbed a cup of tea before bed because we were still always so full. Yeah, we did not fall short of food anywhere on board. Like, there was plenty of options. There is food 24/7. You've got all your restaurants for your 3-course dinners, or if you prefer buffet style, you can also do that. And it's just nice to have choices, actually, because we didn't do the same every night. We would see what we felt like or how it fitted in with our schedule. Most evenings we did go to the actual restaurants and have a 3-course dinner. But there was a night or two that we did go to the buffet. We had a night at the glass house. So it's just lovely to have options. And honestly, the ship is beautiful. Everywhere we looked, it was just beautiful. All the bars were all really lovely decorated, very comfortable. The theatre is absolutely gorgeous. It's a lovely size. It's very comfortable. It looks aesthetically beautiful. And the production cast on board that do all the shows, that all sing and all dance, and they're called headliners. Absolutely amazing, incredibly talented, and just brilliant shows. An absolute highlight of our week. So well done to the show cast. You were amazing. Yeah, really, really love that. Each night we usually went to the late showing, which was about 10:15 in the evening. And it kind of just worked into our little nightly routine quite nicely. So there was another guy who also done a couple of shows whilst we were there. And I've got to be honest, when I read it in the Horizon, which is the newsletter that you get telling you all the entertainment programme, and I seen Tommy J, comedy juggler, I kind of went, because it didn't, I was like, comedy juggler, oh, come on. But I eat my words, because absolutely fantastic. And if he is ever performing anywhere near you, I'm telling you now, go watch him. He will be worth every single penny that you spend. He was incredible. I've never laughed so much from start to finish. From the minute he walked on to the minute he left, I was laughing. And when I say laughing, I was laughing hard. He was unbelievable. And I think he's only about 21, 22. A really young lad. He was actually on Britain's Got Talent, I believe, years ago. I don't watch it, so I don't know. But well worth watching. He was insane. We seen the first show and we talked about him non-stop throughout the cruise, even to other passengers. And we didn't realise he was doing a second show, so we were so chuffed, because we did say to a few people, if by chance he's on again this week, you must go watch him. And he did do a second show. It was a different show, which was great, because we went again and we watched, and again, absolutely brilliant. Can't speak highly enough of him and his act. He's an incredible talent. Well done, P&O, for getting him on your entertainment programme. We also had a trio of girl singers called the Vinylettes, and they were also really good. They sang all hits from sort of the Motown era. And again, just incredible singers. Like all three of them, just brilliant singers, all very different singers, but combined together, they just gelled brilliantly. So the entertainment, we can't knock it at all. It was so, so good. The entire week, something was on every night that we thoroughly enjoyed. We also enjoyed our little visits to the Tamarind Bar. As you walk along the whole deck, it's kind of midship, so you kind of pass it as you're walking along the deck. But it's got such a lovely, warm, cosy vibe. And they have some, lovely acts on in there as well. They had Hannah on the piano. She's a pianist. Very jazz orientated. She was really great to watch, actually. She played in a few of the bars, but we did see her in the Tamarind a few times. We also seen her up in the Metropolis, which was one of my favourite bars. It's got a real cosy jazz bar feel to it. And yeah, just really nice. A lot of the trivias actually happen in the bar by the casino, which is called, I think, the Exchange, if I remember rightly. It's very British bar feels. It just felt like a British pub, and it was always so busy. Like every time we went past, it was just full. We did get a seat in there a couple of nights because we did go to take part in the quiz. But yeah, it's right next to the casino, which my sister was happy about because she loves a little go on the casino. But yeah, to be honest, there's a bar for everybody. Like whatever your vibe is, whatever you're feeling that night, there's like a bar for everybody, you know. And we did kind of flip from bar to bar. We tried them all. The Havana bar, that's right at the back of the ship. And that is where the late night disco is on. And you also find your the duo Pulse. They play in there quite a bit. But yeah, we experienced all of it. We kind of flitted from one to the other. But yeah, we did experience them all, which was great. Our cabin was fantastic. For an interior cabin on Ventura, honestly, there was 3 of us, 3 adults, and the space in there was absolutely brilliant. Like, we didn't struggle at all being 3 adults, 3 female adults as well. Can you imagine all getting ready, showered, hair washed, hair dried, hair curled, everything going on. But we didn't struggle at all. It was so spacious. And I think it's partly because of the layout of the room. You've probably seen, if you've watched the cabin tour, they've got that whole section which is separate to the actual bedroom. So it's where the wardrobe, like the closet space is for all your hanging of your clothes, all your shoes. You can throw any bags in there, but it's all kind of sectioned off in its own little space. So it really made a difference in the room and the space that we felt we had, because then the other side of that wall was just the lovely big dressing table, the big mirror, and like the bedroom side of it. So yeah, space-wise, amazing. Yeah, you might think a interior cabin is quite confined, but honestly, brilliant space. Really would definitely stay in a inside cabin again. Ports of call, yeah, we had 4 ports of call: Cherbourg, Porto, Lisbon, and Vigo. I had to think then. So yeah, Cherbourg in France, we actually loved that day. It was such a beautiful day. It's a very quaint little place. Sadly for us, we were there on a Sunday, so a lot of the shops were all closed. But it was a beautiful place. I'd enjoy going back there for a night or two, just to see it when all the shops were open, because as I say, it was very quaint, and a lot of the little shops were just sort of local independent stores, which would have been really cute to have a little look around, but it had a really nice feel to it, and we did enjoy our day in Cherbourg. After that, we were in, I think you pronounce it Lexos. It's literally near Porto. So you dock in Lexos, but we got a bus into Porto. It was amazing. The bus was very easy to get. It was €2.50 each way. And it probably took us, I don't know, half an hour, but it's just along the coast. So it's actually a nice drive. You get to just sit and enjoy the views. And Porto was beautiful. We absolutely loved Porto. It was so fun. We had a gorgeous day, gorgeous place. All on the waterfront. It was just so vibrant. There was so much going on there. It was actually very warm that day, but sadly it was very overcast. So you'll see on the video, it looks very grey and a bit gloomy, but it was still beautiful and it was warm. It wasn't cold by any means. But down on the waterfront, it was just stunning. There are so many lovely bars and restaurants. You can cross over the bridge to the other side, and then there was all these lovely little markety type stalls that we had a little mooch around to get all your souvenirs. We just had so much fun. It was such a beautiful day, just exploring the city, exploring all the shopping and the boutique-y side of it that, you know, us girls love to do. Yeah, it was gorgeous. The waterfront was beautiful. if you were there for longer, there is, you know, there's lots of things to do. There are plenty of boat rides, and there was gondolas. You've got the chairlift that was, I don't know where that was going, but we've seen that going across the city as well. Yeah, there was a lot going on and we loved it. Porto is, again, somewhere I'd definitely revisit. After that, we were in Lisbon. Me and Mum have been to Lisbon before, so we kind of knew what to expect. My sister had not been, but again, we had another fabulous day in Lisbon. We hired a tuk-tuk, and we found a lovely girl that was the tour guide on the tuk-tuk. We randomly seen her go past, and her tuk-tuk was so cute. It was all floral and pretty. Yeah, we just stopped her, and she worked for Forever Tours. You will find them online and on TripAdvisor and all of that. I think it was a stroke of luck for us because she was wonderful. She was absolutely brilliant. So informative, just so friendly. She took us to all the points of interest that you would want to go, all the sightseeing spots, like amazing sightseeing spots. And she even like got off the tuk-tuk and talked to us about what we were looking at, and, you know, gave us all that information. She talked to us throughout the entire ride, pointing out all the points of interest. She was just lovely, really lovely. And the tuk-tuk was a really decent size, because some of them are very tiny that we've seen, but this was a lovely big tuk-tuk, so plenty of space, very comfortable. She was great. And yeah, it was just a really good way to see Lisbon. I mean, tuk-tuks seem to be a thing over there of the sightseeing tours. That was kind of how most people were getting around. Maybe too commercial for some of you, I don't know, but for us, it was just a great way to see the city, because it is, yeah, quite big, and it's quite hilly, quite steep. So you could walk around, but you don't know where you're going. As I say, very hilly. So it's just better to jump on one of them with a local who knows the area, who knows the points of interest. And yeah, we had a great time. It was really good, really fun. I think we paid it was 40 euros each. And we were out it was meant to be a 2-hour tour. I think we were a little bit longer because she was so good. Yeah, well worth doing. So I definitely recommend Forever Tours. Have a little look. Yeah, you will find them on even TripAdvisor, and I think they've got a website. So yeah, have a look. It's Forever, the number 4, and then EVA, Forever Tours. Highly recommend. Also in Lisbon, we had a lovely sort of tapas lunch in the square. It was absolutely gorgeous. Again, just lovely to sit and just people watch. There's just so much going on again, isn't there? It was lovely to see all the trams out and about. It was just, yeah, another really gorgeous day. And beautiful thing about Lisbon is the ship docks literally right slap bang in the middle. You're literally a stone's throw from everything going on. So perfect. You don't have to get any buses or transport anywhere. And our final port of call was Vigo in Spain. It was a shorter day in Vigo. We departed at 3:30 in the afternoon from Vigo, which at first I was like, oh, but actually it worked out really nice because we were back on board by 3:30. And because we only had 2 full sea days on this cruise, it actually gave us a bit more time to enjoy the boat because, as you know, the ships are so big. I say boat, it's a ship, isn't it? The ships are so big that 2 sea days, actually you may not get to experience everything because there's just so much to do and see, and you want to kind of get involved. And you know what we're like, we get FOMO over everything. We don't want to miss anything. So it was actually really nice to be back on board by 3:30. We just really enjoyed. We went and sat in the atrium. We got a coffee they've got like a Costa coffee shop on board. So we went and got nice coffees, hot chocolates and things, and we sat and watched the line dancing. And yeah, it was just lovely. It was just nice to have a bit more time on board. So, and Vigo, actually, we had a great day. There wasn't tons to do in Vigo. It's just more of a city. We actually went the wrong direction when we first got there, and we walked into the city. So it felt very sort of like a bit financial district and just shopping, which wasn't really what we were looking for. We wanted to go more towards the Old Town section. So we jumped in a cab. Little did we know it was only like 5 minutes in the opposite direction, but it was fine. The taxi took us straight to the Old Town bit, which was lovely. Then we come to lovely older buildings. There was a square again with lots of little cafes, restaurants. We had a wander around there. We looked in a few of the shops. We had some nice lunch. We, of course, had another jug of sangria. That was like our drink of the port days. We just kept getting lovely big jugs of sangria. The weather was beautiful when we were in Vigo. The sun was out. It was gorgeous. So, yeah, another lovely day. I wouldn't say there's loads to do in Vigo, but we still enjoyed it. It was somewhere new we'd not been. We enjoyed wandering around. We enjoyed the architecture, looking at the buildings and just people watching again. So, yeah, another good day. And then, as I say, back on board by 3:30, and we just enjoyed the ship and had a little bit more time to relax before getting ready for, obviously, evening dinner and things like that. So, yeah, the ports were all lovely. So a really lovely itinerary, actually. It's just, as I say, a week's cruise, 4 port days and your 2 sea days, as well as obviously embarking and disembarking days. So yeah, a lovely cruise, a lovely itinerary. Definitely recommend it. If you've not done it, if you've not been to them ports, yeah, it's definitely a thumbs up from me and us. So we didn't use the facilities like the gym or anything like that on board. We did obviously go and have a look, and it was amazing. It was huge. Everything that you could want in a gym was in there, with lovely views, of course. We did use the hot tubs a couple of days. Didn't film that for obvious reasons, because no one wants to see me, my mum and my sister sitting there in our bathers. Thank you very much. But yeah, we did enjoy the hot tubs a couple of days, the 2 sea days that we had. Yeah, we did use the hot tub, and we used the ones midship. We're very busy. So we went, it's actually where all the spa and everything is. And they've got an adults only pool there, which obviously we didn't use the pool because it was quite rocky and they had to release some of the water out of it because it was swishing about too much. But the hot tubs were lovely. They were steaming hot, really, really lovely. So yeah, we had a good long hour sat in there just chatting. Yeah, that was lovely. And yeah, the facilities there by the hot tub were great. There was, obviously because we were near the spa end, so we used the shower room and the bathroom and that there to freshen up before heading back to the cabin. But the spa itself we didn't use, but we did obviously wander through and have a nose, and it looked lovely. The hair salon one we went past was the night of the formal night, and it was very busy. All the ladies were in there getting all their hair done, getting it curled and pinned up for formal nights, so that was really lovely. We don't get that involved in the formal night, but obviously people do, and they love it, and they make a big event of it, which is really nice. All the men in the lovely dinner suits, all the ladies in the lovely ball gowns, and as I say, they'd all had their hair done at the salon because we've seen them all as we passed through, which was lovely. We didn't have any of the treatments or anything like that, so I can't comment on that, but I'm sure they're lovely. There wasn't enough time, in all fairness. But yeah, guys, all in all, I highly rate it. I really do. P&O Ventura, it was great. I mean, my mum has cruised a lot. She has cruised with a couple of others, but her favourite is P&O. She always goes back to P&O. And yeah, we really enjoyed it too. The Ventura, we loved. I've got no complaints about the Ventura. No worries, no qualms. I would highly recommend it to anyone. I know they've got much newer ships now. So my mum and my other sister have both cruised on the newer ships. I think it was is it the Arvia? And what's the other one called? Can't remember. The sister ship to the Arvia. They've cruised on both of them and loved it equally. Very much a bigger ship, very much a more modern ship. They've loved both of them equally. So yeah, and I mean, I'd like to try more ships within the P&O fleet, because as much as I loved Ventura, I'd still like to try one of their other ships, the bigger ships, the more modern ship. Not even for comparison, just for a different experience, to be honest. Because I think that's what it is actually. It's not about comparing one ship to the other. It's about the experience. I think different ships give you different experiences. And yeah, I'd be open to try any of the ships within the P&O fleets, within the P&O family, because yeah, I couldn't recommend it enough. We had a great time. We've literally got nothing to complain about. It was fabulous. Wonderful time, wonderful holiday, albeit it went way too quick, as they always do. There's just one final thing for me to say, and that is once again, thank you to our beautiful mum, because this wouldn't have even been possible without her, because it was mum that actually took me and my sister on this cruise. She wanted to take us away to enjoy this experience with her. And so, yeah, we're very lucky. So yeah, we can't thank you enough, mum. We love you so much. We've had the best week with you. We've created some awesome memories, and we've got all our videos to look back at and remember. And we laughed a lot. So yeah, even when we look back on the videos now, we've been watching back and we still laugh a lot. So that's what it's about, isn't it? Creating core memories and laughing with the people that you love. So yeah, thank you for that, mum. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Love you loads. So yes, guys, that is it for my roundup on our cruise on Ventura. As I say, I just can't speak highly enough of it. We had a great time. It was a great week. It was a great ship. Our cabin was great. Entertainment was great. The restaurants were great. Bars were great. We just had a great time. So thumbs up from us 3. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you if you're subscribed. Please stick around. And yeah, I'll be back to my normal schedule in the next few weeks, every Sunday, 4 p.m. Thank you for watching, guys. Take care, and I will see you all next time. Bye.